What's up, guys? Welcome to Hawkins, Indiana, or in real life, Douglasville, Georgia. We are just west of Atlanta, Georgia, and we are doing a Stranger Things film location. We're going to start right behind me. You can see is the arcade from Stranger Things. So aside from the obvious color scheme, which is still intact and around of the arcade, one notable thing that you can see several times in the show is this bent pillar right here.
It was bent in the show?
It is bent in the show, yes, correct. So that's a thing. And the floor, there's not many shots, but you can actually see this checkerboard floor in the arcade in the show. Yeah, they basically took an old laundromat and turned it into an arcade here in Douglasville. There's quite a few movies filmed here in Douglasville. It's actually a hotbed for filming. The Atlanta area over the last, 20 years or so has become a pretty big hotbed for filming movies and TV shows. Walking Dead is one of them filmed around here. It's just way cheaper out here than it is in California. So the arcade behind me here was actually, you first see it in season 2, and this quickly became one of my favorite film location sets because it instantly took me back to the 80s when arcades were very prevalent. They were everywhere, and it was good times for the entire family, honestly. Look across the street here, you can see some of the signs that you can actually see in the show in the background. And this location here in Douglasville is actually a twofer because right next door to the arcade, which was an old laundromat, by the way, is the family video. Where at the end of season 3, Steve and Robin applied for a job. And as you can see, follow me. This has the family video vinyl left from the production crew.
Inside right there, you can see the storefront a little bit, painting.
So I don't know about you guys, but I actually do have family videos in my area still, and their colors are the green and orange that you can see painted up here on the trim. If you look on the inside, there obviously is not a video rental store in here. It was very Hollywooded up. Or the set was Hollywooded up to make it look like it was supposed to be a family video. The last location here in Douglasville, Georgia is right behind me. This is actually the Hawkins Police Department building. This is the old City Hall here in Douglasville. Now, as you can see, it's under construction, so I'm not gonna get too close and disrupt anybody's workday or anything, but this is literally right down the road from the arcade and the family video. Hi guys, we're here in Lithia Springs, Georgia. This is our next stop on our Stranger Things location tour. This is Tiffanys Kitchen behind me. This location was used in season 1 of Stranger Things, kind of when you first meet Eleven. This is where she's caught in the kitchen eating, I guess, stealing food. And then the guy ultimately takes care of her, feeds her, starts tries to ask her some questions and whatnot. And unfortunately for the shopkeep, he winds up dead because of 11. But you see mainly interior shots on these particular scenes. So let's go in and check it out.
You'll be dead.
You'll be dead. So this is actually the spot where 11 was wolfing down the burger after she was caught in the kitchen, and the guy decided to have a heart. As you can see, you got the pickup window here. This is where the orders would come out. So really all I'm missing is a bald head, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're just as cute.
I mean, thank you. We are in the backside of the restaurant, on the backside of the restaurant now. As you can see behind me, this wooded area here. I'm not exactly sure what the entry point was or exit point, but this is where 11 would have first discovered the diner, Tiffanys Kitchen in real life, and would have stuck into the kitchen and started grubbing out on fries. So here is the buyer's residence where Joyce and Will live. Unfortunately, there are no trespassing signs, so I'm going to honor that, and I'm going to stay right here on the road. This is public property. But yeah, that's it. I wish I could get in there a little bit closer. Unfortunately, I cannot. So let's move on to the next location. We are here in Jackson, Georgia. We're actually literally downtown. This entire downtown area serves as the downtown area of the fictional Hawkins, Indiana. As you can see behind me, we have Movaldi's store, general store, which is where Joyce Byers works. right next door. It's hard to see over that tree, but we will go get a closer shot of that. It's a hardware store, and that's the Radio Shack that Bob, Sean Astin's character, works at. Behind the theater, where it literally was written starring Nancy, the whore Wheeler, the slut Wheeler. Behind that is the alleyway where Steve Harrington gets into a fight as well with
Will's brother.
With Will's older brother. So let's go take a look at some things and get some things.
Some Stranger Things.
So behind me is Bradley's old tavern here in Jackson, Georgia, down in the downtown area. This is actually where the movie theater was. Behind that is the alley that Jonathan Byers and Steve Harrington got into a fight in. This entire downtown area has been pretty dope. You got, I think it's Malverd's General Store. You got the Radio Shack. You've got the library down here. All this is, you know, in this downtown area here of Jackson, Georgia. So let's go take a look. I think we're gonna go inside the pub, maybe have a drink, tavern, have a drink or so, and go from there. All right, so Bradley's Tavern is open. We're gonna have a quick beer before heading to the next film location. Again, this is the exterior shot of the movie theater, and the alley is in the back. We got confirmation from the barkeep here. It's a nice place, I gotta be honest. If I lived in town, this would probably be my local hangout. It's nice.
Yeah, you know, they probably play, you know, Atlanta Falcon games here, you know.
Probably,
Braves.
right? What do you think so far, Eric? Let's see what Eric thinks about what we're doing.
Like I said, this is a pretty nice little bar. And obviously, it's been here a pretty long time because you have the accident ceilings and stuff like that. Pretty cool. Nice little town. Well, not bad, not bad.
So right now I'm headed to the alleyway where Steve Harrington and Jonathan Byers fought. And I have actually challenged Eric to a Rocky V style street fight.
You won't
match, but he's a little scared.
No.
He's a little scared. I mean, you know, it's restaurant trash. But here's the alleyway.
Hey, $50, you eat that mushroom.
Well, one, I don't like mushrooms. Two, I don't like alleyway mushrooms. So here's the alleyway. Where it exactly was, gotta be honest, I don't know. If I really,
on the other end.
if I really wanted to watch the scene again, and I'm not gonna do that. But here's the alleyway. So,
I mean, this looks like any other alleyway.
I don't disagree, but
If I was in the movie and I was a stage fucking hand, I would have left a little fucking subtle clue. You know what I mean?
okay, I got you.
Like I would have left, or
Like-
if I was the actor,
Like an X on a brick or something.
I would. If I was one of the actors, I would have left like a little fucking clue.
All right, on to the next location, shall we? All right, as you guys can see, Hawkins Middle School. So many things have happened at this school. This is where, let's see, Dustin lost darts. This is where they had to put 11 in that pool of salt water. This is where 11 and Mike kissed at the dance. This is in Stockbridge, Georgia, just southeast of Atlanta. I think there's actually a movie or something being filmed here right now, so obviously we can't, well, the school's not like operational. They don't run classes out of it anymore, so we couldn't get in anyways. This actually might be our like best chance to try to sneak in if we wanted to, but I'm not going to do that because we're going to be respectful and not break the law and get arrested in Georgia because, well, we're not from here, so it's harder to get bail, right? But I think it's really neat that as of, what is this, August 2019, it still says Hawkins Middle School on the side there. I think that's pretty awesome. So this section of the tour video, I guess, is the residence house for some of the characters in Stranger Things. Behind me is the Wheeler family residence. Of course, this is where they stashed 11 in season 1. This is where they met up in season 3, tried to come up with a plan. This is the basement that they were playing Dungeons and Dragons in. Actually, on this road, you can find this information online. I'm not going to say the address, but on this road are actually 3 or 4 of the houses of characters in the show. So let's go to the next one. So the next house behind me is actually the Sinclair family home. This is where Lucas and Erica live. Now you don't see a whole lot of this, just a couple of inside shots here and there. There's not a whole lot happening here except whenever maybe they're calling Lucas. And I think Erica in season 3 picked up the walkie-ones, told Dustin to shut up. But outside of that, pretty uneventful happenings in the show. All right, behind me is the Henderson home. And yes, this is Dustin Henderson. Probably one of the most popular characters in the show. Unfortunately, I could get closer to the house if I wanted to, but I will not get closer to the house. Got to have respect for the homeowners.
Well, I mean, you also have that big red sign right there.
And that, but honestly, even if that wasn't there, I would not just go up to someone's neighborhood and trample on their yard and whatnot. That's very rude and disrespectful. The reason those signs are up is because a-holes like us are sitting here doing this all the time, I guess, right? But I really wish I could have gotten a better shot, but...
How's it go? Oh, shit!
Shit!
Oh, shit! Shit! God damn it! Shit! Where's my walkie?
All right, the last house in this neighborhood is Barb's home. Now, we don't see this one, but what, one time, maybe? In season 2, whenever Nancy and Steve, they come and have dinner with the parents. This is one of 2 flaws that I found in the show, where Steve actually says, "I love KFC." They weren't calling it KFC back in 1984 or 5, whenever it was. So,
The hell they call it?
it's Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oh.
They just
Oh,
showed
yeah,
it
yeah.
Later on.
Yeah, I remember.
Because she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry I didn't have time to cook dinner." He goes, "Oh, don't worry about it. I love KFC." They didn't call it KFC back then.
Not wrong. Well, in official capacity, people themselves could have said it, and then maybe it just stuck on. But there's no proof.
Fair, but a lot of times abbreviations like that are not commonplace or even said until it's in a commercial, like Mickey D's. Nobody said Mickey D's until it was said in a McDonald's commercial. Just throwing that out there. All right, behind me is the old Atlanta Utility Works. This was season 3. This is where Billy got, I guess, abducted by the mind flayer, and where all the rats and the people eventually gathered to help regenerate the mind flayer, I guess. This probably isn't the exact location, like where it was actually filmed. Maybe the other side, but can't get in either way, so it doesn't matter. So that's pretty cool. Alrighty, guys, behind me is the Hawkins Laboratory. This is where it all started. This is where 11 was being kept. This is where Bob ultimately met his demise, and this is where the portal was that let the upside down into the right side up. This is some kind of research building in real life, Emory Research Facility or building or something like that. It appears to be abandoned. At least for the moment. There are people here. There are like grounds crew trucks and stuff, and I can tell that, you know, the grass is being upkept and whatnot like that. So somebody's still taking care of it, at least. Very interesting. All right, guys, final location here on the Stranger Things set locations tour. This is Gwinnett Place Mall, also known as Starcourt Mall. This is what my cameraman Eric, say hi, Eric. Believed to be the actual entrance used for the mall. This would actually be the entrance where they come in for the final fight, where Billy is driving his Camaro right at Nancy and gets T-boned by Steve. We believe this is the actual entrance right here, based on things. Well, the flagpoles mainly, actually. So we're gonna go take a look inside the mall, see if there's anything left, any remnants at all from the filming days. Keep your fingers crossed. I really hope that there are. All right, guys, so we are in the Starcourt Mall. Unfortunately, everything is blocked off. And as you can see from the B-roll right now, we cannot get into the actual filming section of the mall. From what I understand, they took a section of the mall and completely fabricated it to look like what we saw on Netflix. And that is being guarded, literally guarded. There is a security guard over there. Multiple. They're making rounds up and down the escalator here, actually. Why are they doing this? Who knows? I don't want to get into too much speculation on that now, because that's not the point of this video. But I just want to thank you guys very much for watching this film locations tour with me, or coming along and watching me. And thank you, Eric, for your help through all of this. And we're going to link Eric's vlog as well, because he did his own video. So thank you guys very much, and I'll see y'all later.
If this video gets 500 likes, we're doing a hot tub conversation / podcast video.
No nuts. Smash that like button.
And my video has to get 500 too.
Smash that like button. So me and Eric decided we were not done playing Inspector Gadget. We found a store. It was close to the top, but this is the inside of what we could not see on the other side of the blackboard barrier. We're gonna go downstairs, see what we can get. All right, guys, so unfortunately this is as good as a shot we're gonna get. As you can see, there is nothing here. Damn the luck.